All right, guys, here we go. In the last video regarding gold and silver, I said I was going to, post stuff about the DXY. Video was getting a little long, so I wasn't able to get to it. But anyway, to start off with this one regarding Bitcoin, I'm going to also do the DXY US dollar currency index. As you see, we're getting very extended above the 20 and actually the 200 as well, moving averages. Also, we're coming up into this little high pivot area. And the next, key sign we could be pulling back, or actually two of them, is that we're putting in a potential topping tail here. Would like to see the body. Let me pull that in so you can actually see it. The body of the candle a little bit smaller, and then we're also on a pretty strong time count here. So we're due for either a pause candle, which would be a red candle, opposite color candle, or a little bit of a pullback, okay, in order for the 20 to catch up. Now we can consolidate sideways, similar to this, pull back a little bit and allow that 20 to come up like it has before, or we could do it a little bit more dramatic, pull back a little deeper, sideways, go sideways for a little bit longer. Well, that's the two options that I see for the, DXY near term, which should help, put a little fuel in the gold and silver tank, those commodities, help them run a little bit, and possibly even help, the stock market, SP 500, and of course Bitcoin. And speaking of Bitcoin, let's go there real quick. As you can see, we're under this long-term uptrend line, for several weeks. And then according to classical technical analysis, on the fourth or fifth hit of a resistance line, many times you'll break through it. As you can see, one, two, three, the fourth one just happened to, hit right. We broke through and here we are. Now, reason why we were telling our members yesterday that we could be looking for a little bit of a pullback here, or, like we talked about the DXY, a little bit of consolidation, is that look at the wick here. See, we put in a lot higher wick than we've done in several weeks here. I mean, this one's a little, a little up there, a little bit of a sell-off here, but that was, quite a bit of a sell-off there. And then we had a measured move here that we always put in, and that's, we go over all this in the course below. I think it's 50% off now, but anyway, we're seeing now if today's candle is going to close up, under it or over it, and then that'll give us an indication, kind of where we are price wise. If we're going to, hold this other, measured move here, the white dash line, or we're going to pull back a little bit more. Now, there's a lot of people out there saying, "Hey, the top's in, time to time to go to the house, sell it all," and that's the exact mindset that's going to get you, wrecked on this deal. Yeah, we're going to be looking for a pullback, but you know how it always goes. You sell, for example, altcoins, you sell all your coins, get out or sell most of them, and then overnight or the next day or when you're not watching it, guess what? Yeah, it runs, it goes past the zone, the price area level that you sold at, and guess what? You're chasing, and then once you buy back in, yeah, you have less coins than what you start out with. Not saying that you shouldn't, take profits, pull, those chips off the table, because guaranteed, 100% guaranteed. There's not too many guarantees in the market, but this is one of them, and that is if you leave your chips on the table long enough, Vegas is going to take them all away. Okay. But let me go to the next thing here, the cycles. Okay. Bitcoin, and let me show you first, little uh, thing here to show you, we kind of know what we're talking about here. As you can see, this was posted in January 22nd of 2023. And, we've been saying that the low for Bitcoin was put in November. December was the bottoming of the bear market of 2022. And then we popped out. Of course, everybody knows the low. And so I just wanted to put that on there to show, we kind of know a little bit about these cycles. Then after the bottom's put in, Bitcoin runs up for about 2 years, which was 2023 and 2024. Okay. Then the parabolic run, the run that Bitcoin goes absolutely insane, is the next year, okay, the third year of that rally. And guess when that is? Yeah, you guys are smart. It's next year, okay? So I don't know why you'd be playing around here playing games. Now you could have a trading bag, which most of us have, a little trading bag off to the side, in and out type stuff. And then we have the investment bag, the long-term hold bag, hodl bag, whatever you want to call it, to continue the cycle out. And then if you've already figured it out, then 2026, just as people, this time next year, people are going to be so, FOMOing, this is going to go forever, this market run, so on and so forth. Just like they've been, this was just a little taste. The last, week or so, just been a little taste of how crazy it gets and euphoric people get. You wait, until we're, I don't know, mid, high 100s, low 200s. Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. And then just as everybody is at the peak, guess what? That's when, the altcoins, Bitcoin, everything, starts taking a turn. Now, with everybody involved now, the institutions are definitely here, the ETFs, big money managers are scaling into the ETFs because, the uh, mega rich families out there that still don't completely understand Bitcoin, they do want a piece of the action. And where's the safest, easiest place to do that? The ETS and their financial advisors, managers, whatever, are definitely pushing them into it. Now, why is that such a big deal? Well, over the last, 15, 20 years, you were a money manager and you did not have Apple on the menu, so to speak, NVIDIA, what else? Amazon on the menu, Meta, Google. If those things weren't, if your clients weren't able to, get into those stocks, then they went somewhere else. That's exactly the same thing that's going to happen now at every from boutique, little mom and pop financial advisor places to the big boys. That's going to be the situation. No one's going to keep their money with anyone that doesn't have some sort of doesn't allow them some sort of exposure to Bitcoin going forward. Then another reason why the price is just going to start really ramping up after this consolidation, possibly a little pullback zone that we're in now, is when the U.S. government finally stamps that, hey, we are going to be buying 1 million, not dollars, but 1 million dollars worth of Bitcoin, but 1 million Bitcoin per year, okay, over the next however many years, okay, for that Bitcoin strategic, stockpile they want to make, so to speak. And they're not going to sell any more Bitcoin that they're already holding. And when that comes out, when that's confirmed, I mean, you're really going to see it explode to the upside. But right now, the smart money is trying to front run. In other words, other countries, institutions, people like retail crowd like us, and then even state governments, and smaller, maybe even universities, so on and so forth, are going to be coming in to front run the U.S. government because the U.S. government has all the cheap money, fiat, that they can print. They can print it pretty cheaply, and then they'll take that free money, so to speak, and buy Bitcoin with it, and then that pushes everyone's bags higher. Okay, if that makes sense. So that's what we're looking for here. Don't expect, a huge, pullback to nothing. Let me show you this real quick. One more thing. This will be worth your time. And speaking of pullbacks, people that are afraid of that, that's actually healthy for the chart. Okay. And let me show you. Okay. The bull market, in, is this the right one? Yeah. And, well, that's not the one. Okay, the halving cycle there, the last one in 2020, we had six, you might call major pullbacks, and really all the main ones happened up here, during that FTX debacle, and everything that, well, we should have ran a lot higher. I'm just saying that, but they averaged 33% to the downside. Okay, and really the once it took off, here was the halving where the white arrow is, and once it took off, we really didn't have that many big pullbacks, 27, 31, 20%. Okay, and then even back here 2016, 2017, when I was, baptized in crypto, halving was right here at the white arrow. We did have, pretty good pullbacks during that spot. But see here, that that 20 and the 200, and I'll just give you a little bonus here. All right. Like I said, the course is below. You can, exploit that, learn. You'll be ahead of, I'm telling you, 95 to 95 to 98% of the retail crowd. Because I know just what I've been talking about just over the last two videos for today. 95 to 98% of you guys never even heard those techniques, so it's pretty safe to say. But anyway, we want to get over that 20 and hold the 20, and then the biggest thing, anybody can buy. The trick is knowing when to sell, when to start scaling out. Okay, and as you can see, when you start getting extended over that 20, now this is a weekly chart. It even works on the daily. See, here's a daily getting over the 20, and then guess what? It pulls back into it. So you don't want to be buying up here. If you're going to be buying, not financial advice, but if you were my grandmother, I tell you, if you're going to be buying, grandma, you buy green candles off that 200, off that blue line. You don't even have to know what it is. Did I say 200? I meant 20. Anyway, any green candle during this bull cycle, buy off that, you know, blue line. Okay. But anyway, I've given enough away here. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you on the charts.